We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. To you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Good evening, everyone. My microphone is working. So not much has gone wrong so far. So, welcome to the final week for KOTE 6. Now, what do we mean by the final week? Well, this is the week of the finals, and obviously the last week we'll be playing. We will be starting KOTE 7 in 2 weeks today. So you have 2 weeks to get your 5 decks, sign up and join the large number of people we already have signed up for the event. As I said before, we have record sign-ups at this point through registration. It's 3, but normally we get 25 to 50 people on the last weekend. But you've got 2 weeks today to sign up, get your 5 decks in. Any questions about the format, ask them in the chat. Any questions, tag any of the admins in the Discord, or ask us on Facebook, or send me a message on Facebook. We will answer your questions. But we are really excited about the format for KOTE 7, and we're really looking forward to seeing what people put together, what strategies do they have, what order do they take their decks. And it's going to be fascinating to see how it all fits together. We're going to have a minimum of 5 rounds in the group stages after the feedback we've had. Unless there's less than 5 people a group in. But there'll be a minimum of 5 rounds of group stage to ensure that every team is either has got through all their decks or not. Sorry. So we can see as much as we can. It's been another great week here in KOTE. We've managed to just finish streaming 2 of the 3 events that were semi-final events. The stream cut off a little abruptly at the end. Apologies for that. Brett and I were still talking, but of course OBS wanted to mute us, and OBS, I'm getting there. Purely my fault. But we saw 2 great games between the Ganymede Archivists from Hong Kong and Canada, and the French Keys from France. So we saw the French Keys win 2-1. 2 of the games are there. We missed the first victory for the French Keys. But please go to YouTube. They'll be on YouTube in a couple of days. Watch them. They're actually 2 really good games. One has a 4-sin deck. Oh, it was just phenomenal, the speed they were going through. But that means we have now got our finalists. Now, before we get to who our finalists are and what our finalists are, well, they're people. Couple of announcements we have. So first of all, we are running a KeyForge quiz. Now, why do you want to run a quiz? Well, the answer is Brett and I wanted to run a quiz. We wanted to sit there and ask you stupidly easy and stupidly hard questions to see who could get them, and to see if Andrew can hold on to the crown as the KeyForge quiz champion for the one quiz we ran back in May. And it's actually almost exactly 6 months today since we last won one, and we talked about doing it monthly back then. But this will be done at 9 PM GMT tomorrow. We will start the stream. We'll probably have a quick intro chat for half an hour, with the first question being asked at 9:30. This is so people like Slogans or Stuart can attend, because he's got his own events he was running. We will also, from KOTE 7, so probably not next week, but the week after, start this Monday stream is going to move to a Tuesday. And I'm sure the question you're all asking is, why would you move to a Tuesday? Well, the answer is very simple. There's 3 competing groups now on streaming now on Twitch, including ourselves. Now, we're not so much competing against each other, but there's online tournaments every day of the week, apart from Tuesdays that we see. And so we want to go to Tuesday so we don't tread on anyone's toes. And also, we want to grow our remit of what we talk about. So Brett's going to start coming on board more as a front of camera as well. So it won't just be my ugly mug. You'll have his as well. And we're going to be covering much more than just the draw and the drama and all that jazz. We're going to have sort of commentary is going to become part of the stream. We're going to have some sessions talking about some of the numbers coming out, what sort of decks we're seeing going through. We've got all these ideas of different elements we could bring in, and we're just trying to grow to a slightly bigger show. We've no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. So this will be from Tuesday, not next week, the week after. So, and that will be the first one will be the first draw of the KOTE 7. It does mean the KOTE week will start running Tuesday to Tuesday. I'm hoping there's not too much abuse from this, but we have to move it away from. Well, we don't have to. We're choosing to move it away from the Monday, but also so many people are now playing their games the last thing on the Monday. Not looking at anyone SCS Sharks or the Finals Window Omega, but we will going to be pushing that on a more strict 12 o'clock midday on a Tuesday and announcing the teams Tuesday evening going forward. Finally, on the events come up is the KPL are running a paid for event this Saturday. The prize is going to be a cash prize plus a luxury tokens. Luxury tokens. I don't have all the details to hand. I'm just going to pull them up because I just closed the window with them in. But Jupiter is arranging it. This is a cash prize, but it's going to be used there to help fund KPL at the same time. I'm just going to call my nose up. It is a full mass mutation, full as in autumn, mass mutation madness, 2-deck survival, mass mutation only, obviously enough. November the 7th, 11 AM Eastern, 4 PM GMT, £10 entry, cash prizes up to top 8, luxury playstyle, dark amber, more details attached. Well, I don't have the more details attached point, but I do have that on my other screen. So come along, join it, play it, enjoy, hopefully win some cash, and have fun, most of all. Have fun. So, brush up on my witches. Yeah, well, let's not go there. I'm quite happy there's only one question. So KOTE 7 starts in 2 weeks, as I mentioned a couple of times. We're looking forward to this coming round. And one of the things we're working towards in KOTE 7, we're going to keep the group system in place. The response from the community is the group system works. But we are going to expand it so there'll be multiple European groups, not loop them by country in Europe. And we're probably going to do the same. So we'll do groups across time zones. So we might have 4 European groups rather than a French, a UK, and a Polish. And I will spread out the teams as much as possible so you have different teams in different countries together. We are then going to go to a multiple seeded top cut. We had 19 teams, I think, drop out, which is about 20%, which are 25%, which I'm quite happy with. The multiple seeded top cuts, if you don't want to play in it, drop. No issue at all. The point there is to give those who want to play at the international level a chance still to play people at international level at a similar positioning and a similar skill set. Looking at how well one of the Australian teams has seems to enjoy it, I'm hoping they'll drag a few more guys in. Skippy Time Roos, well done guys to get into the final of your cup. The other thing we're bringing up into this, and this is the first time I'm going to reveal this really en masse, is there we go. So thank you, Brett, for letting me know the audio stopped. So for KOTE 7, we're adding this directory system in place where we had it before, but this is now being redone to try and bring in more together and bring the community together and show more stuff together and show the history of the game more. So what we have here, and this will be embedded into CKM, that's the next stage of this. So a few little bugs and tweaks to sort out, and then still need to get some more data in it. But from KOTE 7, this will be the idea. Is we come here, we can search We have a nice system here, in my opinion, for those of you who, like me, and can't spell. I need to charge my mouse up. So, one second. I have an issue where I have two mice that are not working. So, we have a nice system here. So this is especially for people like me who can't spell, so we just type stuff in here, and then we have a nice search system which will come up and bring the closest answer. So let's go to Manchester Mavericks B. And then we have, this is a basic page. Here we can see the 3 people playing your current round. This is red, blue, and captain. This is what we'll be using again in KOTE 7, but we will be having your 5 decks will be listed here as well. That's the bit that needs to be done next. We can see the previous events you've taken part in. We can see the previous matches from KOTE 4, KOTE 5, and round 1 of KOTE 6. Haven't quite got the rest of the KOTE 6 matches in there because I tried to store them in a different format. That will be done over the next few days as well. And then you could jump straight from here, even to teams that have now left. So the older teams are also visible here as well. And then you can do stuff like, if we wanted to say, look at a team that has everything fully fledged out. Here you can see the awards here. So KOTE Q, this goes to Andrew for winning the KOTE quiz back in May. So he is one of the 5. This is one of the 5 awards or 7 awards, 6 awards currently awarded out. KOTE Q. That's the first quiz. But if you want to go to Sloppy Lab USA, who are my test site, this is all the information in one place. So here we've got a nice space for a bio on the right if you wanted to add one. We've got previous events they've entered and if they've changed the names. So they've removed a dash from their name. You may consider this minor. I consider this a pain in the proverbial. Also, we can link to any of the videos we've done and the streams we've done are all linked directly from here. And the aim is you go here and quickly see, right, I'm going to be playing Sloppy Lab USA. Right, meet the team. Who's the team? How did they play in the other games? Here's the other games they had. What deck are they using? What are their results from the other people that we've been playing before? And we can fully handle team names changing. So things like London Urchins who have changed their names, Team Exalted Bouldering Edition who have changed their names, and all that we handle this as seamlessly as possible. So if we go, for example, into here, Team Exalted Bouldering Edition, we can see Barrage Edition for KOTE 5, KOTE 4 is Team Exalted B. We have 1 video for them here, and this is the previous match they have a record. Now, some of the matches you will see there are more than 3 games being played. For example, this one is here. This is erroneous data, and it's not on my high on my list of things to fix, but it's on the one that some of the things I need to sort out at some point. But that will be fixed eventually. But on the whole, KOTE 6 will be right. And I'll be changing the ordering of this as well. So I'm hoping people find this useful. Yeah, I was muted. So Andrew, I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you like it. The point is just to bring everything together here to make it so we have more people to play, more resources, and bringing more and more things together as a team and as UT. Most importantly, following popular requests, we have the country at the top, United Kingdom in this case, so you can quickly see roughly what time zone they are, or at least when they should be around. Thank you, most importantly, to PV from Soul Snatchers, who did this layout CSS stuff. I'm a back-end programmer. I'm not a CSS guy. I hate it. So thank you to him for getting this in its current form. I've only found 1 issue, which unfortunately I found 5 minutes ago. Does it say multiple for multinational? It will say whatever they submitted at registration. That's no problem at all. We followed the team, not the players. So like in football, you will support Chelsea, if you like football. I believe they are a football team. They will change their players each match, each season. We will follow. So we don't care. The players will be updated for each event, but the record will stick with KOTE. The only thing I will try and do for you, as you are the only one personally with a personal award, is ensure that award is with you. But for the time being, Andrew, that will be done manually. So if you change teams and you want the award to follow you, just let me know. So there will be 2 of them, hopefully, after tomorrow. Maybe you'll have both, Andrew. Does that make sense? It's really easy to change it. It just has to be done. If you want to submit a bio for your team, let me know. If you want to submit a logo for your team and weren't able to, let me know. And we'll just try and make this as great as possible for the whole community. I'm going to put the link into the Discord just for you guys to go and play with. The key thing here is this is not being fully rigorously tested. I want you guys to sort of poke around, see how it looks, find any issues, any times pages aren't rendering correctly or so it's not clear, please let me know. And I'll put this into the chat after the stream tonight. Great. So thanks everyone, I hope you like this. I'm going to jump back to me. Or not, if yes it is. So, I'm hoping you can all still hear me. I really need a third monitor for this, yes you can. Right. So we're going to go to the bit that everyone cares about because, of course, you haven't been to see the results already, I'm sure. And so first of all, we are going to have the top cut results. So this is the current position for top cut. Now here we can see, we've already been through, announced this briefly, is the French Keys will be playing the Hamburg Atlanteans. Now, a couple of things I want to pull out here. In the semi-finals, the Hamburg Atlanteans knocked out the only double champion we have in KOTE. Now, there's been 5.5 completed KOTE events. Team HK Mavericks were the only team to win 2 of them, and they've just been knocked out by Hamburg Atlanteans. That's a massive feat by them, so well done to Hamburg Atlanteans. The only other thing that's come through is that both the teams in the top are final are European. Well, go Europe. This to me proves the group stages worked with the seeded cuts works fine. We put everyone through, and it's still possible to get people from the same, not the same group, but the same locational groups to the top together. We had no Americans, I think, beyond the top 8 in this group, actually. I've had some Canadians, but that's it. So it's great to see we have an Asian-Pacific team. Team HK Mavericks got to the semi-finals. The Ganymede Archivists, who are Canada and Hong Kong, get to the finals. And then 2 European teams. So it's a nice spread. And good luck to both teams this week. Moving on to the second cup. We have No Can of France in Austria, UA2. So this is Austria and other countries versus Keyforce Granada in Spain. Now, Keyforce Granada, I believe, are a second-place team to Hong Kong Mavericks in KOTE 4. I hope your prize has now finally arrived, but let me know if it hasn't. I've been told off for giving away questions on the stream. Well, we'll find out tomorrow who was listening. There is actually a prize for the quiz tomorrow as well. So, again, two predominantly European teams in the final. Sloppy Labwick USA, the winners of KOTE 5, knocked out in the semi-finals by Keyforce Granada. I believe that was a great game, great couple of games. And Starship Looters from France being knocked out by No Can of France in Austria 2. Alright, moving on to the third cut. We have Soul Snatchers, who thank you for PV from their team for going through and doing the UI, the front-end CSS stuff for me for the KOTE Directory. But also well done getting to the final of the third cut against ABR Smoky Bears from California. It's not the biggest time difference we have in teams, but I appreciate that will be a challenge for you guys going forward. But no, it looks good, and good luck both teams in the final. There was actually, well, Seeker Needles were knocked out as well, so another French team was in the top group. As Brett was saying on the stream beforehand, the French reeled a great set of teams. So now we move on to the fourth cut. So this is where Furry Muscles were knocked out by Skippy Time Roos from Down Under, Australia. Well done, Skippy Time Roos, guys. It's just great to see you guys going all the way through. I know we've had a couple of issues getting some of your matchups up in place, but thank you. Please, please bring some more teams from Down Under. I'd love to see a greater presence. We've had 2 from Australia this time. GFC 03 and Skippy Time Rooms. It'll be great to see a few more of you guys. And then also we have Baywitch has been knocked out by London Urchins Imperial Traitors. Stuart Slogans, great to see you here, man. Great to see you get to a final of Cut 4. Great player. You must be one of the... You're an amazing player. You just must be really unlucky for every event. But it's great to see you here. And you're doing awesome work with the community in London. So please keep it up. And then finally, the fifth cut, where I'll be shaming people slightly. Trailer Park Boys were knocked out by Manchester Maverick C. What a Manchester Maverick C, getting to the top, proving the UK can get to the final, not just in London, but outside of London as well. And we're either going to have in the final SCS Sharks or the final Swindle Omega. They've been given 24 hours to play their final game. There's been a communication cock-up, for lack of a better phrase. Hopefully, we can get that resolved, or tomorrow's going to be interesting. But then it may be either a derby between Manchester and Sheffield in the UK for the final of the fifth cut, or the final Swindle Omega from the US versus Manchester. So that should be interesting, and I wish you luck, both of you guys, or both teams. So that's pretty much all I have for today. Next week we will probably have a nominal streak on Monday. Stream on Monday, say, look, here's the final. We'll do the commentary of the final, and next time we are we'll do KOTE 7. Last thing about KOTE 7 is, as I've just been reminded, we're going to do. We've got an article written by Can't Touch This on how to select your decks for KOTE 7. Brett's just dropped it into the chat for you on the go. So anyone who's looking at entering KOTE 7 and is unsure what to do or what to pick, there's the article to pick on. Then also we will have a week. We'll be here next week. Then we'll be having a week break. Are we? No, it's 2 weeks today, Brett, till it starts. So we're here for the final next week. Then there's no matches for a week, and then we do the draw. So we're not going to have a week's break. Week's break in the stream. We're going to move the stream to Tuesdays, not next week, but the week after. And finally, the Key Forge quiz tomorrow. We have 2 decks up for grabs to first and second place. Slightly convoluted delivery system, but you will get them. Unless you're in Southampton, you'll need to talk to me about it. And if you are in Southampton, you still need to talk to me about it, and I'll just drop them off. But we are going to get them to you via your local game store to spread a little bit of support where we can to the people around. But that's all we've got for this week. It's not been a lot going on. For the few of you that were wondering, it is AOA versus Worlds Collide and Mass Mutation versus Mass Mutation. When submitting your results, please, please, please do not select other. Please select final, or top 2 as I may have put it under. Just because if you select final, the results will be picked up. If you select other, the results will not be picked up, and I will start chasing you and then have to go and change the data. But thank you for all 10 of you for watching tonight. We look forward to coming back next week with the finals commentate, if Brett manages to arrange them. But as he says, 2 great teams here, very friendly, very community focused, so I'm sure we'll get the streams. And we'll be going through the winners next week. And then the week after that, the start of the Coach Show on Tuesday. And we'll see where we go from there. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for the support. And see you next week, guys. Have a great one. Stay safe. And if you're in the UK or Germany, enjoy your second lockdown. Germany starts tomorrow, I believe. We start on Thursday. So have fun, everyone. Stay safe.